Hello everyone, welcome to the review of the World Chess Championship Game 2 between Magnus versus Jan. Jan's playing with the black pieces and Magnus is playing with the white pieces. I upgraded to the Diamond membership, so we have full game review. So the game started with d4, and it tells you that d4 controls the center. It's a book move, so we won't spend too much time on this. Knight to f6, the Indian game controlling the e4 square, c4, e6, knight f3, developing towards the center and putting pressure on the e5 square, d5, we're still in theory obviously, g3 is a book move, bishop to e7. Now I did run this on there through the 5-minute depth, which is the longest for Stockfish 12. Bishop to g2, you have castle, castle, d capture c4. It says is a book move. That piece was free for the taking. And then the last book move is actually queen of c2. This is the Catalan opening. I played this 11 times with a 27% win rate compared to the master games, which end up with 38%, 40%, or 32%, depending on what the next move is. And then, a high percent of draw, and then some games are lost. So the next move was b5, which is considered inaccuracy. So white has a 0.6 advantage according to this engine in this depth. Knight to e5, considered a mistake. It supposedly swings the game into black's favor. It says that a4 is the best because knight to e5 ignored an opportunity to win material. c6 is an inaccuracy. It wants you to play knight to d5. It's not really an outpost, but I guess it's blocking this bishop's path right here. And sorry about that. We have the same glitch as yesterday. Alright, so now we get a4, strongest option. Knight to d5 is a great move, 1 exclamation point. So this was the move that it was calling for in the previous move. Knight to c3, it actually wants captures to happen right there. And I'm going to have to fix that. So we have f6, which is the only good move. Retreating the knight to safety. Queen at d7 says b4 would have been a better move, displacing this knight. You have e4, best move, displaces black's knight. Knight to b4, it's the best move. Queen to b1, moves the queen to safety. This knight is trying to establish an outpost on d3, and that's exactly what they say. Knight d3, establish the outpost. e5, and also says that equally good would be a captures b5, but e5's on the board. Says you should push the pawn forward, but bishop to b7 is also a good move. Pawn captures, bishop captures. Knight to e4, knight to a6, and says knight to e5 is a mistake. Bishop to d2 would have been better. And as we wait for the screen to come back up, this is very annoying. So bishop captures a great move. So black has an advantage here. Pawn captures, knight to c6, I believe. Knight to c5, sorry about that. So you have knight attacks. So now you have the knights doubling up down here. Pretty aggressive knights. Rook over. It says that bishop to e3 would have been better. Knight captures. Rook captures. Knight captures. Rook captures. So it says that black has an advantage here. Rook to b8 is an inaccuracy. a6 would have been better. Rook to d1, trying to determine if there's any discoveries. And bishop to a8. So bishop to e4 is a mistake. It says knight captures. b5 would have been better. You get a discovery to the queen and potentially, win a pawn. Pawn pushes forward. It says g6 would have been better. Queen over. Prefers pawn captures. Sorry, g6 now. Bishop or pawn captures. B captures c3. Inaccuracy. Queen captures would have been better, but perhaps because you're keeping the pawns connected there. It says that this is a mistake. B captures a4 because it leads to losing a pawn. Queen captures. Rook f to d8. So now the evaluation shows the game is even. You have rook a1, best move. c5, best move. Queen to c4, best move. Bishop captures e4, best move. And the screen goes out again. Yay. Knight captures e4, best move. It also says that queen captures would have been good as well. King h8, best move. Knight d6, best move. Rook b6, best move. And this is what you expect out of the championship. Every move should be pretty much the best move. Queen captures c5 is the best move. Doubling up the rooks is the best move. King g2 is best move. a6, best move. King h3, best move. Rook c6 is excellent, but it says that queen c6 would be better, but this at least attacks a higher valuable piece, winning tempo. So queen moves to safety. Queen d4 is excellent, but it says that e3 would have been slightly better. King g8 is that inaccuracy. Rook a8 is supposedly better. Pushing the pawn is best. Queen c7 is best. Rook g4 is good. It threatens to win material. This pawn right here. It also says that queen to c3 would have been better. Rook captures. It shows it as a brilliant move. Amazing move. We could go down the line. You have pawn captures. Queen captures. c5. Pawn captures. So right now, Jan's up a pawn. Magnus gets the pawn back with check. Queen g7, best move. Rook captures a6 is best. So now Magnus is up a pawn. Rook f8, best move. So now we're separated by a pawn. Not quite in the end game with the queens on the board, but down to 3 pawns to 2. And there's one pawn island, if you would say. Pushes the pawn, which protects the pawn. You have queen to f5 check. Queen captures, rook capture. So now we're in a proper endgame. So it's considered completely drawing here. Rook to a7, king to g8, strongest move. King g4, strongest move. Rook to b5, strongest move. Rook to e7, and then the screen went wants to take a break again. Get back. We have rook to e5, strongest move. Offering a rook trade, declining the rook trade, pushing the pawn, still a drawn game. Next time I'll use my main monitor to show. I'll set everything up differently. Sorry about this. Alright, so king g7 is excellent. h5, strongest option. King to h6, one of the best moves. It says rook to a3 is better. King to h3 or h4 is excellent. Rook to a1, try to get behind the king and the pawns. g4, excellent move. Rook h1 check. King to g3 is force. Pawn captures. Rook to e6 check. King to g7 is force. g5 is the best move, and then you have rook g1 check. King f2 threatens to win the rook. Obviously you move the rook to a1. Rook to h6, best move. Attacking the pawn on f4, best move. King protects the pawn. Rook checks the king. King to f2, best move. Rook a4. And then we have the game ending as a draw. So first two games ended as a draw. So we'll see how game 3 goes when Jan has the white pieces again. Will they repeat game 1 with working to enhance the position, or will they work with a new strategy? Thank you for checking out this video. Hopefully you check us out for each and every game. Subscribe to the channel and like the video, and let us know who do you think will win game 3 and win the World Chess Championship. Thank you.